Good evening.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Thanks for joining us.
Are you warm? Is it boiling?
Are you well? Is it good?
Ah,
And
well,
enough of the questions.
yes. We'll tell you some things. How about that? We've got lots to share with you on the show tonight. We've been very, very busy beavering away at multiple things. And lots of things have been happening in the world as well.
It's been a really good month for
Yeah.
us. Not so
Very
sure
productive.
not so sure about the world. Let's not talk about the world.
No.
Uh,
Sometimes it's okay to go internal.
yeah, it's been a great month. We had a lot of fun. Anyway, yes, coming up on tonight's show, BOOcast 44, we have. There we go. Stick those there. Yeah.
We're going to share some news again because it's always interesting. There's always new developments in the music industry happening that affect musicians. So we're going to talk about those a little bit.
Fantastic. And after that, we're going to have
Slave to the algorithm. Do you like my pun there?
It's really good.
Yeah. I wrote an article on Substack about algorithms and social media and AI, and there was a lot of stuff going on this month for a lot of different artists. It all came together in one big article. Lots of people commented, so I want to share some of that with you.
You're going to share? Oh no, I was going to say something disparaging, disparaging about some of your commenters, but no, I went. Then it's not really a synth of the month.
It's kind of, yeah.
It's not synth of the month, but there's something happening at that stage in the show, and then we got a video from the vault, and yeah, that's all. Yeah, gonna be on tonight's show, I guess.
And we encourage you to comment and share your thoughts throughout the show with us because we're gonna be discussing tonight. There's discussion to be had.
Gonna be disgusting tonight.
That too.
What show is this? 44.
44.
Blimey. Okay, which starts right now. Thanks very much for joining us tonight. It's been a really good month. We started off with the Bree 6 launch, and we saw our good friends Andy and Evan and
from across the pond.
Yeah, and yeah, it's been really good. We saw we ended it at the end of the month last Sunday. We went to see Utopia Strong, which was really nice to meet up with Carvis and Steve and Michael again.
And to have a transcendentally healing musical experience.
It was really good.
Which their music is always.
Yeah, it was lovely. But yeah, so yeah.
But before we get to anything else, I've got to say congratulations to Aaron Grace Francie, Ed Francie's daughter, who's just graduated magna cum laude with from Savannah School of Art and Design.
Isn't it?
Lauder?
Yeah.
I'm not good with Latin.
Louder!
Louder! Magna cum laude!
Maga comes
well
louder.
Done. That's a really good school. So she's set up for a
Pretend I didn't
career.
say what I just said. Luckily, you were talking over me, so maybe nobody heard.
Yeah.
But congratulations. That's fantastic. I hope you're having a wonderful day.
Yes, celebrate. All the
Have
hard
some
work has paid
celebrations.
off. You've earned some celebration times.
Mm.
And we can all celebrate this news. It's only little news, but YouTube has announced that it's now going to disclose the use of AI in all of its videos. Now, they used to do this, but it was sort of creators' responsibility to say whether they used AI or not. But now they have automatic AI detection.
Now, hold on right there
Mm-hmm.
and pause. You say automatic AI detection.
Yeah, the phrase is, our systems detect significant photorealistic AI use, which will now automatically apply a label.
It's the words automatic that bother me.
Yeah.
Do you think they're using AI to detect the AI? Yeah.
They could well be.
Yes, they will be.
It's a machine at any rate. It's not a human checking every
Well,
video.
let's see how that turns out, because we have friends who have had their genuine artwork flagged as AI and are taken off Etsy, and they have no recourse.
That's true.
No way of fighting back and no way of getting against it. The whole thing's anti-human, and yeah, we'll carry on.
I'm for fighting of the spam channels, though, because, nowadays when you look up anything sort of general knowledge related or history related, you click on the first video and you're like, this is AI generated, voice, images, everything, and it's impossible to watch. So
I'm also noticing it's quicker, and sometimes in some ways it's better, but when it's wrong, it's really wrong. And if you're a person that doesn't know it's wrong, because you kind of have to know it's wrong to tell it's wrong, because it's ever so convincing.
What was it?
Oh, this is an old story.
Like
Everyone knows this now.
History of Sussex and Brighton Pier or something when we were watching, and it got so much stuff wrong. Yeah, it was about the piers, the history of the piers. Anyway, good news, bad news. What do you think?
Maybe a little of both.
A little of both.
Yeah. What's next?
So Spotify and Universal Music have agreed on a deal.
Hold on.
I know. They made a deal that will allow subscribers to generate song covers and remixes using AI. And Spotify, the co-CEO, claims that this AI music is better than slop. What we're building is grounded in consent.
It's better than slop.
Yeah, it's better than slop. It's grounded in consent, credit, and compensation for the artists and the songwriters that take part. This initiative is firmly artist-centric, rooted in responsible AI, and will drive growth for the entire ecosystem. But, the composer Ed Newton-Rex has pointed out that, if you're going to have AI music, it is better that you have AI music that's rooted in consent. But if fans can share AI remixes publicly, they're going to flood Spotify and drown out other songs, which will then in turn put more pressure on musicians to sign up to this AI remix feature. And it's just like a race to the bottom.
It's interesting. I heard it phrased really perfectly, interestingly, by Novara Media. Now, I know Novara Media are a bunch of communists, okay, so let's just take that as read. But they described the AI taking over everything in a recent interview with actually a whistleblower from a certain global gigantic management consultancy, who I might or might not name.
Well, they've come out, haven't they?
Yeah, but if I continue to say what they said...
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, it could be libelous?
I don't know. Anyway, you work it out. There's only about 4 of them. It's one of those.
Yeah.
And... no, they described the AI surge as basically the financialization of everything, which is, when you think about it, that's kind of what it is. We've had the financialization of everything happening for a long time now. So car companies became credit card companies because they worked out they could make more money by selling credit to people. And just in the same way as McDonald's isn't a food company, it's a real estate company. It's that these things appear to be doing one thing, but they're actually doing another. And what the bottom line of this is, it's financialization, and it's basically the replacement of labor or work with finance. Everything's turning into finance.
Financial products.
Or financial products of some kind or other, which is where all this money's coming from. But the guy, the whistleblower from a certain company, said... he was it was a bit of ambivalence here. I couldn't tell if he was entirely negative or entirely positive, but they were talking about the various ways that this could pan out. One of the ways is the bubble bursts, because it's energy intensive, it's blah, 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 blah. You know all the stories. And the money is actually just a giant circle jerk. It's not really making any money. It's kind of, they're all passing it amongst themselves.
It costs more than it's making.
It costs more than it's making. And when they start charging people for making their silly little ditties about... whatever, they're going to start charging them what it actually costs. Well, I think people are largely going to go, nah, I'll get my ukulele out and do it myself.
Yeah.
But he said that ultimately, that was one of the options, but ultimately, if it all goes to plan, he reckons that most of human work will be eradicated in the next 4 years. Okay. There are going to be he said there are certain jobs, however, which we would like a human at the other end of. And he listed them. And those were...
being humanity in general?
Whoever humanity in general is. But if you just
his idea of humanity.
Picture who's going to be on the receiving end of this, assuming, of course, that none of us have jobs anymore.
Yeah.
So sex workers, massage, therapists, and, get this, live music.
These things have one thing in common. They're the people that are all employed on super mega yachts.
Yeah.
They always
but there you go. I mean, I was just thinking, so you want us to give you a little back rub, have sex with you, talk to you so you feel a bit better about all the evil crimes you've done, and then entertain you. I've got a lamppost I'd like to sell you. I don't know if this idea has ever worked out.
No, I don't think so.
And I strongly suspect it won't. It's clearly a utopian dream but only in the minds of a very few, very rich, very pin-headed minority.
It's only going to work for that very small minority.
But I thought it was hilarious that it's and you can see the way these people think. We're just lumping sex work with music.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
It's stuff that I can't do for myself, and I like someone else to do it for me, okay?
From New York?
Sorry, I didn't mean him to be from New York, but yeah, you get it. It's more likely to be from San Francisco. Let's be frank.
Yes.
It's Silicon Valley. So I can't do a San Francisco accent.
That's all right. Yeah.
New York's easy.
It's a worrying state of affairs. However, I mean, I don't think it will fly. There is quite a widespread backlash against it. AI is not seen as cool or desirable by the majority of human beings in the world. Nobody wants it. The hype is spun by the few.
However, there are quite a few things in the world at the moment that are not, shall we say, universally appreciated, but they're still happening.
Yes. Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I find it really odd that we're in this situation where it's almost as if, by demonstration, we're being shown that our opinion doesn't matter.
Yes. Well, that's been going on for quite a while.
And in fact, we don't matter.
Well,
tell us what you think in the comments.
I'm going to share the article I wrote this month, which is related to the systemization of music and PR. So slave to the algorithm, why working class musicians are giving up on being heard. Now, a few recent music news items came together to form a bigger picture of class in the music industry for me this month. First of all, I mentioned it a couple of BOOcasts ago in BOOcast 42, Eliza McLamb's article about fake fans, which were manufactured by the music marketing agency Chaotic Good. That went viral. And she says something about that. I'll just make that full screen. I thought this was the kind of thing that was only deployed in the service of mass market commercial pop, but Chaotic Good's roster runs deep, far past the predictable internet sensations one could expect. Geese and Cameron Winter, but also Dijon and McGee, Lolfie and Wet Leg.
I knew it!
Oakloo and Jane Remover. So, Chaotic Good, though, what they do is they don't just share content. They create accounts to respond to that content and simulate trends. We're still there in the corner, so that's cool. Yeah, so they create accounts to simulate trends, which will ideally snowball into real, organic users jumping on the trend and then amplifying it. So they're simulating until the simulation becomes real. However, the underlying issue is not...
Is that fake it till you make it?
Yeah.
Kind of,
yeah. By sheer bombardment of the algorithms, which require quantity and consistency to have anything be heard. So the underlying issue, though, is not just the fact that the opinions we thought were our own have been subtly shaped by an expensive machine, which has been the case for a long time. It's that if artists today can't afford to pay for that expensive machine, no one will hear their music. So the early days of social media and the rise of viral bands are responsible for this myth of it being a viable path to success for artists today. But the platforms and algorithms have changed a lot since the days of MySpace.
So to buy in, so what do we think? Do we think this is better or worse than the old days of gatekeepers at record companies?
It's changed because there were gatekeepers, but there were also underground scenes, and there were humans behind those scenes that you could talk to and contact, and there were real A&R people in the room finding people. There was more connection, I think, between the bottom and the top.
It wasn't merely about how much money you could raise to fund yourself into this place. Okay.
Or how many likes.
So it's worse. We're saying it's worse.
Definitely worse.
Okay.
Whee! So
happy Monday, everybody.
Yeah, well, don't worry. Stick with me on this because we're going to cover a lot of territory. But yeah, so nowadays, not every artist is built for social media. This is a great quote from Kamola Atajnova, who runs a Tape Wounds website. A music website. Not every artist wants to make their life into a performance. Some people are better at writing songs than posting clips. Some people's work comes from privacy, patience, or introspection. That should not make them less valid, but this system does make them less visible. It filters them out before the music even has a chance. So when people say it's just marketing, What they really mean is this is the cost of entry now. And that's exactly what makes it feel so hostile. Not everyone can afford that cost. Not creatively and not psychologically.
Yeah.
So
fair enough. That's back to the story we had last month of the violinist who did one YouTube video of themselves eating stuff. I can't remember what that particular form of YouTube video is. And they got so many views that basically what they do now is eating videos. And they are massively overweight. And they don't play the violin anymore.
Wow, that's exactly where this ends up. And that's where this article goes as well.
Not this exact story.
It's a similar story.
Okay.
Very similar story. But there's so many cases of it.
I wish I had party poppers for every one of these. Whee!
Yeah,
There's another
bingo.
one. Am I going over there?
Yeah, but
okay.
I want to share as well. This is something you shared with me. Hiroki Tanaka's candid Reddit post about the failure of his By the Book album PR campaign, which sparked a wave of recognition across the music world. We've all been there, all the indie musicians. So after 2 decades in music and awards with his previous band, he decided to release his solo album, his last hurrah, with management, with a label and a professional PR campaign. And he even started a TikTok account posting show videos, behind the scenes and goofy memes, all around managing a job and family life.
Mm.
Then Tanaka watched the release arrive after 8 months of promotion to little more than a weak trickle of attention. I'll just share a quote from him about that. He was told, under no uncertain terms, that his lack of a social media presence and streaming metrics meant that certain media outlets that had reviewed his work highly in the past could no longer spend money on paying a writer and editor to review the work. He says, I would have preferred it if they had said they didn't like my album, but being rejected because of my metrics is a slap in the face for art.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Crikey.
That's a hot take. I love that. It's true.
Well, yeah, and what are you being rewarded for? You're being rewarded for your marketing ability.
Yes.
And that's all.
That's it. And
actually, literally all.
Kind of, almost not even that. It's your ability to keep people in social media platforms.
I had a marketing idea, and I'm not going to give away any of the new album artwork. The new album is finished. Yay! But there's been some interesting side effects of the artwork, and I'm toying with the idea of turning it into a viral marketing campaign.
I think it's a great idea, honey.
Involving fly posting and leaving things lying around all over the place.
Well, no, that's good. That's traditional.
It's traditional. Yeah. Sorry.
We like the traditional ones.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. Well, no, don't go to that yet.
Oh, sorry.
So social media has become the driving force behind a release. But while it's accessible to anyone, there's actually a huge price to pay, both in time and mental health costs. The volume of content required to feed it is beyond most musicians, who are generally holding down full-time jobs to survive. Meanwhile, YouTube is encouraging us to set goals on our live stream to drive engagement, like doing something unexpected, whether that's jumping jacks, making up a song, or playing a prank.
So when I cut back to us now, should we be doing something unexpected?
Hell no.
Okay.
We got this email. You can cut back to us.
Okay.
We literally got this email last month, and I couldn't help thinking of that Black Mirror episode where the guy ends. I know there's a few Black Mirror episodes where people are doing stuff for social media.
Yeah.
But he's literally trying to pay for this shitified app that is keeping his wife alive, and he ends up just doing more and more degrading things and getting paid for it.
Pulling his teeth out.
Yes.
Yeah. On camera.
Yeah. So that reminded me of another article I read, which is an example similar to what you were just talking about. It was in the New Critic. The article was called Freak Show.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Algorithms reward attention. And
Wait a second.
If you can't get the good kind, then the bad will do. And this is this awfully tragic story of Joshua Block, a.k.a. World of T-Shirts. And he...
Cut back to us?
Yeah, he went viral just doing silly dances, basically, during COVID, I think it was. And then he came of age, drinking age, started drinking, and got a manager, sort of unscrupulous manager, who rewarded his drinking and just began getting drunk on TikTok and performing increasingly degraded acts to keep his engagement high. That's obviously where that ends.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
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 That's horrible.
So it's exactly like what you said with the violinist.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
And nobody wants to end up with that situation. That's just awful.
I mean, we're just happy with what we've got, aren't we? We're not driving content anywhere, are we?
No.
Yeah? Okay.
No. So sorry. I've got so many things.
You do? What a lot of
right.
things.
You don't have to cut to my screen for a bit. So
Okay. I'll read that one out if you like.
Okay, yeah, you can. Cool.
Okay.
So that's later. But to summarize, my drawings from all of this were that basically musicians don't typically make a living from their music, so they have day jobs. I mean, at the bottom level of the industry. And any leisure time that they do have is necessary for making and performing music. There isn't time to also produce a volume of content for algorithms, and the mental health cost is very high of doing that. So this creates a class system in the music industry. There are those who can afford to be heard and those who can't. And those who can't are either paying with their souls or they're opting out altogether and their music is not being heard, which is a huge loss for culture. So the only real solution to this system, and there are solutions, is a cultural change, I think. When people will stop inferring their opinions from social media and start connecting directly with other people again, when networks of local scenes connect up and exchange information unmediated by third parties, I'm looking at the big tech and the social media, I'm imagining a future where we don't have to post several times a day to 5 different platforms just to push a new release. A future where discovery is driven by real-world connections, at gigs, by email with DJs and reviewers, and from our fans out to their networks of friends and family. Kind of a traditional grassroots approach, I suppose, which is slow and difficult, but it's strong.
And probably won't work.
Well...
because literally everyone's on their phone.
But it needs to be the same way...
If you don't own the means of production.
I know, but it needs to be a cultural change with education, the same way that people need to be educated about how Spotify is damaging to the music industry and they need to use other platforms. We need to encourage all of this other stuff. Obviously, it's like utopian and idealistic thinking at this stage, but we've got to start somewhere with a vision of what we want and start sharing it with people. Interestingly, though, there were comments on this, and I did get a rebuttal from
Were we going back?
Someone. Yes, the Broken Frame commented on the post. We found it hard at grassroots level because you play so many shows, get a good reception and chat to people afterwards, but it's hard to transform these people into followers, and it can all feel a bit like being trapped in limbo. So I suggested, why not get people's email addresses at the gig? Because then you can put them on your mailing list, and that's a direct connection between you and the fan without
Surely
any
they
intermediary.
didn't they try that?
No.
What, they didn't occur to them to...
No, so this is it. We need ideas like this and sharing stuff with musicians. We don't collect email addresses at our gigs, but I think I might start to. Like, when people are interested.
Do you know, though, it's like in the middle of a show, like, when are you going to do it? Before, after?
If you have it
at
the merch table and just say,
give us your email.
If you want to hear more stuff, just write down your email on the page. Some bands have suggested having a QR code that people can just scan. Because
it's a good idea.
The number of times I've said battery-operated orchestra to people and they've said, what?
I just wish we weren't called
just
that.
Too many syllables.
It's too late now, though.
It's too late.
Too late.
I wanted to thank Brian for commenting first. Lovely Brian said, who's a booster, I live in South Minneapolis and this is a class war. I've seen our community protect and honour so many unseen, at-risk and vulnerable people. But I'm proud to be here, able to support makers, be a Boo Peter badge holder,
Yay.
to put in a tiny bit of extra wind in the sails of those who give a damn about music. Here the stakes aren't academic. They're at the centre of what is valuable about being human. Well said, Brian.
That's very nice to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. So, I am a little bit low-powered this evening, so I'm naturally seeing the negatives.
That's all right.
More than the positives, but yeah, thanks for that.
There's more.
There's more.
Yeah. So there's quite a lot of commentary and response to the article, but I wanted to share these ones because they're specific perspectives. Maybe you can read this one.
Okay, right, I'll do that. So, who's this?
Behind Metal Talk.
Okay, behind Metal Talk. This resonates. on the editor side of that equation, I get hundreds of submissions, and the ones that do not get read are usually missing a marketing budget.
They're not usually missing a
marketing budget. Aye, that's what I said. They are missing a clear story. The algorithm problem is real, but some of what looks like a reach problem is actually a communication problem, and that one is solvable without spending money on chaotic good. The human-to-human point at the end is the right instinct. That is how most independent coverage actually works!
I thought that was a really positive thing to share. Like, there's some clear action for people there. Get your story straight. Have a clear message. Talk to people directly. And yeah, don't be difficult. Just be good to operate with. That was brilliantly read.
You can take my dignity, but they'll never take my free Bandcamp download codes! Sorry. Whatever.
Excellent.
Thank you.
We got...
Oh.
Before that one. Sorry, I'll find it. Where is Chris's one? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So we had an email from a friend of ours after I published this, who is an author.
Do you want me to try and do Chris's voice?
Oh, what if he hears it?
I know. I'll be very respectful.
Okay.
The young woman, the author.
No. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
To clarify, the story is that basically a woman got her book published, even though it was an AI book. It was written by AI. It got published by Hachette. Hachette?
Hachette.
Yeah. And he's talking about this.
I won't do his voice.
Okay.
Oh, you can read it. Oh, no, I'll read it. So the young woman, the author, is right to be exposed and pilloried for it. But what's not being talked about is the book industry's complicity. Hachette, one of the big guns, took the book. They would have seen, did they even look? It was shite, written by a trawling machine, and thought, hey now, that's the one for us. We've got a place for it on our list. We love it. Why? Because the author had social media metrics, all at the expense of not taking on one or two real books written by real people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Classic case of people going by the numbers and not by reality.
Well, this is it. I mean, everyone's just terrified, and you're not going to take a risk. I was just thinking about, Stiff Records. I mean, fair enough. I mean, the managers of Stiff Records weren't exactly the most, what's the word?
They hated each other, didn't they, in the end?
Well, also, they were kind of unscrupulous.
Ah.
I know for a fact that, I don't know if it's true, because it's Jerry Casale saying this, but he said that for the 7-inch that Devo put out on Stiff Records, they never received a penny, even though it sold out 2 or 3 times over and was repressed more and more. But we were watching the Stiff documentary. I can't remember. I think it's on YouTube. Go and check it out. It's good. And basically, it's just a bunch of, they decided to just hire people they liked. And it's all, Stiff Records, and it's like Ian Dury, Elvis Costello, Jilted John. Oh, what's his real name? Oh, it doesn't matter. What is his real name?
Was Squeeze on there as well?
No. Squeeze were on I think they were on quite a big label. Can't remember. But no, it was really nice to see the old days of sort of the pirate attitude and sort of swashbuckling gung-ho. Let's all jump on a train and travel around Britain playing, the music. And, it wasn't great. It wasn't perfect, but...
Well, it led to... great success for many of the artists on that label.
Well, people were being they were sort of a punk label. And when Elvis Costello came along, they were just going, he was called Declan McManus. And they were going, well, he's a genius, but what are we going to do with him? And they just gave him a new name and pushed him out there as a sort of punk. Seems to have worked.
Certainly did. It does help. He writes great songs. So I'm going to kind of close out that article with some positive, interesting stuff.
Graham Fellows.
He's on there.
Yeah, Jilted John.
Yeah.
John Shuttleworth now. But Graham Fellows actually did some really great music as well.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. Yeah. Enough.
Well, interesting. So the guy who did the Reddit post, Hiroki Tanaka, about his failed PR release, commented on the article that I wrote.
Oh.
And it was really nice. He says, "Thank you. This is a great summary of the situation and key talking points, but I'd also recommend checking out the market report, All Eyes, No Ears by Olivia Jones and her team. It's an eye-opener. Spoiler, social media promo works way less than industry people say it does." So, on this article...
You get that link into the chat.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I've got it. I'm going to do a couple of quotes from it.
Sure, okay. We'll do that at the end. Yeah.
So this article is brilliant. They've actually done some studies, and recent studies, and for all their reach, social clips do not translate casual exposure into streams or meaningful fandom as often as the industry may hope. In fact, evidence suggests that social video is beginning to displace some listening on streaming platforms rather than fueling it. And they have this chart which shows that social platforms basically incentivize users to keep scrolling and not spend their time elsewhere. And this is the crux of today's zero-sum attention economy. They asked them what holds them back from streaming the music they hear on social media. And consumers' second most common reason is, I hear it enough on social media. So they're not leaving the platforms. And every moment spent listening to a feed is a moment not spent listening to songs and catalogues. But she has some advice. Come back to us.
Mm-hmm.
The advice is, instead of posting as much as possible, to reach as far as possible, focus on where your fans are and prioritize spaces where listening is a natural built-in step after discovery. She's kind of saying, don't use the socials. Use things that are more like having a real conversation with a person, not things where you're just scrolling endlessly. So, yes, I thought that was kind of a positive thing to end on for that article, but I'll share the study because it's very interesting. And yeah, those are my monthly learnings.
Oh, it's fantastic. Thank you, Bridget. What's this that I've got queued up here on the other thing here? Is this something useful?
A lighter. This is the lighter note.
So we're sharing this what is it, Instagram?
Yeah, Gary commented, thank you, Gary, on the Slave to the Algorithm article with this video, which sums up everything we've just said much more pithily and enjoyably. So
let's
go
for it.
So you're releasing an album independently in 1 week. Here's how to trick the algorithm to get it in front of everybody in the world in 5 easy steps. Step 1 is posting every single day. Post 100 times a day. Post 1,000 times a day. Studies show that posting 1 million times a day really helps you grow. Step 2, just be yourself. Step number 3, get some candles, arrange them like this, then say the magic words to summon the ancient god of algorithms, Algorithmicus. Step number 4, now that we've summoned him, we need to whisper in his ear what it is that we want. Get everybody to pre-save my new album. Now step number 5 is easy. Just follow Algorithmicus into the shadow realm and give your mind, body and soul to him completely. Now you can sit back, relax and enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Love it.
Perfectly summarized there. We should have just played that. I didn't need to speak at all. But there was another silver lining I should share. So in that study, despite the appearance of younger generations becoming less engaged with music, more than half of 16 to 24-year-olds say they've become more interested in finding new music, and half they expect their interest to grow.
You know what? I think genuinely, millennials, forget it. They're done for. That's you lot.
That's me. I'm done for.
I think, honestly, it's like, I think the contrary to probably what we all think would have happened, the people that have been brought up with this shit consistently are probably, it looks like it's possible that they may turn their backs on it. it's also possible the whole thing may fall apart, but it's also possible we may all be, made obsolete, which is that the obsoleting of things is actually part of the process. It's one of their mission statements, the goal. We're going to make your job obsolete. This is where we're going. And it's, the Luddites and the saboteurs and all the ancient, all those things. The print workers in the 80s when Wapping came into play. These are all things that, people fought tooth and nail. I mean, I don't know if there is still, there is a print union, but these people were powerful and they died. It's happened. This is what I'm worried about, is that the idea that this has happened before many, many times. And if ultimately all we're left with is sex work, massaging, therapy and live music, which still does my head in. It's just like, well, who's going to be consuming this stuff? There's going to be no one left.
Well, that's obviously an oligarch's view of how they think the economy should be run. Machines for everything, but the things which I like to have a person do.
Fat, bloated carcass of a multi-billionaire lying on a bed of corpses, having their fingers and toes sucked by the rest of us.
To go away from the graphic
so we can
imagery.
Literally suck the salt off of their skin for nourishment.
And back to the point you were saying about, maybe the younger people are gonna reject all of this. There was a kind of a thing about Gen Z being less rebellious than past generations, more conformist, and part of that is to do with how everything is online and everything is judged. There is no room to make a mistake when everything's documented and lives forever on the internet, which has made them very risk-averse and very cautious.
Oh, quite naturally terrified. If you're being watched, and if everyone that's been at school during the time of social media, they will have been publicly shamed at some stage,
or had nude photos of them sent around,
or would have been publicly shaming other people and just going, thank God it wasn't me. In the old days it would have been people being bullied and you're going, God, it's not me. Fortunately it was me, but
when I said nude photos, then I meant, of course, AI generated nude photos. And this is a problem at the moment. Quite a few schools in the UK are being blackmailed by blackmailers who are creating nude photos of students from photos that are on the websites of the primary schools. And they are just telling schools all over the country now, don't put children's photos on your pages. And that's like, what kind of a world are we living in? Jeez.
That kind of a world.
Anyway, I although there is that risk averseness and everything within the younger generation now, I do think that a rebellion is brewing, because it cannot last. People will snap and go, screw this, at some point.
What?
I hope.
Let's hope so. But if it comes down to it, and none of us can literally survive without the system being plugged into us, because there's literally nothing else to do, or no other way of sustaining yourself.
Yeah.
How's that going to work? Anyway, on a brighter note, hello.
So that's,
are we done?
A lot to digest. I want to see your thoughts on this. I'm going to go through the comments while we share our little video with you.
We should have an and finally, definitely an and finally.
Another, well, we do. We do. We've got positive stuff at the end, so hang in there, guys.
Today discovered that all life is
merely matter condensed into energy.
Yeah, that's right, that one.
Yeah.
And here's Bridget with the weather.
Or here's Chris with kind of synth of the month.
Okay, it's not synth of the month. Sorry, it should be. Now, I'm hoping it will be at some stage if you're listening to me out there. Hello. But we had the very great honour of going to Silver Shark. That's quite a tongue twister. Silver Shark Studio in Tooting Bec, which, funnily enough, I'd never been to before.
It's a real place.
It's a nice tube station as well. But we got to see the GS Music Bree 6 and the keyboard version in its actual sort of genuine
debut.
World premiere. And this was like 2 days before Super Booth. Oh, yeah, Super Booth. Forgot we haven't talked about Super Booth. It's so long ago. Anyway, but here it is. Enjoy. Oh, that's wrong. Look at me. What a silly, silly boy. Turn that on. Bear with me a second.
That's my chat. I've got the chat primed there. I'm going to scroll through it and get all your thoughts written down.
Okay, here we go. And let's do that again. Hello. Finally, you've given birth.
Yeah, it's finally here. This is the Bree 6 keyboard. So, in terms of sound, it is pretty much the same as the Bree 6 desktop. You have a single oscillator per voice, 4-pole ladder filter, voltage control amplifier, 2 envelopes, 1 LFO, chorus and delay.
Did you say that was a digital chorus and delay? Or
Yes, the effects, the chorus and delay are digital.
Lovely. And so it's 6-voice polyphonic. Are you using chips and stuff to go in there? Or
No, it's our own design, and it's the discrete design.
Wow,
So,
amazing. Is
yeah.
this the only discrete polysynth at the moment, I wonder?
I'm not sure about that, but
I think
yeah.
it's got to be
Maybe.
one of them. There can't be many.
Yeah.
Because that is a massive task. Well, beautiful work.
And we now that you mentioned, it's worth mentioning as well that the tuning is quite stable. You can just turn it on and it will be in tune, even if it was turned off for a while.
Have you been doing it since you were little?
No, not about synths, because I don't know here, but in Argentina at school, like until you are 17 or 18 years old, there are like different types of school. There are technical schools where you can learn electronics, and there is something called Bachelor, where you learn like all the general stuff. You don't learn electronics.
Yeah.
I went to that one, Bachelor.
So you went to the non-electronics school?
Yes.
Okay.
Non-technical, yeah.
So I had to learn something on my own.
Right. So was this
And then started.
is this internet? Finding things on books and
No, then kind of I did some courses about electronics extra from the school,
right, yeah.
and then I started studying electronic engineering. At some point I started doing some MIDI controllers at first, and then at some point I thought, well, maybe I can make an analog synth.
Got voice inside that thing, yeah, totally.
Yeah,
This is what happened to Novation, of course, because they started off with a controller and then they went,
yeah.
let's get Chris Huggett to build a synth and put it inside it.
And then I thought, well, maybe I can look into some schematic. I looked into the moon towers, I guess. I didn't understand anything about that.
The Taurus.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to just copy the schematic. I wanted to understand what I was doing.
Yeah.
It took me many years to start understanding the ladder filter, how it works. I mean, technically, exactly what every transistor is doing,
Right.
how a VCA works.
Okay, so that's a level of understanding that I think goes beyond like quite a few people.
Well, I mean, it's the only way you could actually build a discrete
yeah.
module.
Yeah.
It's only with understanding what every resistor does. Because, like, if you
Yeah, you know, I live in Argentina. Getting components to Argentina is not easy, so I try to stick with standard components: resistors, capacitors, operational amplifiers,
Yeah.
transistors.
So these are actually manufactured in Argentina.
No, they are not, but they are easier to buy in Argentina.
Right.
I wanted to make an analog synth. You could make a digital synth, but if you make a digital synth, it would be very difficult to do something better than what's already in the market. But well, I started designing some synth prototypes. I started with DCOs, digitally controlled oscillators, because it was easier.
Yeah.
And at some point I turned to VCOs, and I had the issue about tuning stability. I know there are some classic techniques like using a 10-core resistor to...
So is that what you've done here? Or?
No.
Oh.
Because like you were asking earlier,
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
Because with a 10-core resistor, you are compensating the variation with temperature of a bipolar transistor made of silicon. So we are compensating something with another component that has other nature.
I'm not an electrical engineer. Are any of you electrical engineers?
Yeah, him.
we just
That's why
play
he's
with,
here.
we play with the things you make. So I'm holding on. So you've managed to solve this problem of stability though, without using Tempco resistors.
Yes, because I thought instead of compensating something with another thing with another nature, it's better to compensate something with the same thing. So there's a transistor pair that does the linear to exponential conversion.
Yeah.
And that's where the temperature dependence is. And I used another transistor pair, same kind of transistors to compensate for this one.
Right. So that's for each voice.
Yes.
Right.
So that works a lot better because you're compensating transistors with transistors.
Yes. Okay. That makes total sense. That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you did you invent this?
I thought I invented that.
It's always, this is the thing, you write a song, someone else has written that bit already before, it happens all the time.
Yes. Then I looked into, for example, we talk about the chips that were used by Sequential, they are doing mathematically the same thing.
Right, okay.
But I'm doing it in a different way. I think it's better. I should compare them. But the way they do that, it must be done in an integrated circuit because you would need closely matched transistors.
Yes.
I'm doing this with discrete components. I'm using matched transistor pairs.
Amazing.
And even if the weather changes, it will stay in tune.
Cramming all of that into this small package, it's quite amazing.
Yeah, and it's quite compact. You see, it's it has a full-size keys, semi-weighted, but it's still...
Can we hear a few of the sounds you've got programmed into it?
Sure.
Yeah, lovely.
I'll show you a few more. No worries.
Everyone's been saying it's just such an inviting synth. It really it doesn't feel complicated, frightening in any way. It's just kind of, I'm a big fan of the simplicity of what it's doing. It's really nice.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that's the idea of the synth, being a very simple and straightforward synth. You can just move a few knobs and have the sound you want.
Are you inspired by any other synths, or is it?
No, it's an original
completely
design.
on its own. I noticed there's a little screen there, and obviously we've got presets and you've got effects, but there's a sequencer on board as well.
Yes, there's a sequencer and arpeggiator. The arpeggiator has like what you would usually find, like the pattern, up, down, and random. The range in octaves, up to 4 octaves. The time division and the tempo. And then you have this double function. It does the arpeggio with 2 notes at a time. And if you hold shift and press this, it uses 3 notes at a time.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, so those are 2 or 3 notes, 2 or 3 consecutive notes of the arpeggio. So I think that's pretty interesting, and that's something I haven't seen in any.
Yeah, that's completely unique.
Okay, another feature here is the sequencer. It is a step sequencer. You can recall any sequence. You can play it. But it is also a polyphonic sequencer, so you can try something like.
It's great, and it shows up there.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then you can transpose the sequence by holding this button and pressing any key. Or you can just hold shift and press this. So now you can play any key.
That's great. So have a hand free.
Yes. And you can play on top of that. Then you can do more advanced stuff like adding some rest with this. Or you can do a tie. Like this.
Right. Nice.
Or you could also do something like adding a tie to a single note and then press another one. I'm doing some random sequence.
That's nice.
So it's pretty flexible. The sequencer is pretty flexible.
Beautiful. Does it actually record velocity into the sequence, or is it?
Yes, it
does.
records
Okay.
velocity. It doesn't have a limit, step limit. It has a limit on the amount of notes it can recall. It's 400 notes, so
Okay.
yeah, it's almost unlimited.
Can I just say again? Cute. it's so beautiful. You must be very proud.
Thank
I'm
you.
just treating you like a new father, that's all. I'm sorry. Can't help it.
Thank you.
Is there anything
very
else
much.
we need to know? Is it?
Yeah, I can mention about the keyboard, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, sure, the Fato keyboard, yeah.
Yeah.
MIDiA as well.
Oh, it's MPE?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
So
good
receive
to
and
know.
transmit, and does it use it?
It receives MPE. It doesn't transmit MPE. And the keyboard is a FATAR keyboard, semi-weighted keys with aftertouch.
Okay.
Yeah, it can receive MPE. If you want to use it with any MPE controller, you can.
Oh, amazing, yeah.
And
So we can do polyphonic aftertouch with this, with an MPE controller going into it? possibly?
yes, this keyboard doesn't have a polyphonic aftertouch,
Yeah.
but you could use polyphonic aftertouch with an external controller.
Right, that's fantastic. So I mean, that's a beautiful. So all of this is discrete. So you've got discrete self-made oscillators,
Yes.
discrete self-made filters, discrete self-made envelopes, discrete
Yes.
self-made LFO,
Yes.
and all of it can be controlled independently. So each of these six voices, you've got control over them. That's incredible.
Yes,
that's
it's
really lovely.
fully polyphonic. Every voice has its own amplifier, filter, envelopes.
Yeah, beautiful.
Well, thank you very much.
I mean, it's just beautiful to see such a lovely synth, and coming from Argentina. This
Yes.
is incredible. It's,
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, does it? There must be. We've asked. I'm going to cut to you guys.
Yeah, I don't know of any.
I don't know of any other.
He's the first I know.
You
of.
must be the first.
Yeah, I know there are some manufacturers, monophonic synths or manufacturers that do Eurorack.
Right.
But
That doesn't count. Look, congratulations, and the more power to you, and we look forward to everything that's coming out, and congratulations on your new child, and we hope there are many more.
Well, thank you very much.
We've had a few sort of film integrators in using sound designers using the room. Come in, we had a guy in who was doing computer games and whatnot. But they tend to come in if they're doing that rather than working the picture and they're just working noise.
That's beautiful.
Sounds lovely.
All right.
Yeah, thank you. It's so much. It's really lovely to meet Guido, and stop that.
It was beautiful. There's a really nice comment in the chat from Adam the Advanced. Can't beat fully discreet, just like back in the 70s. I know we're in 2026, but still, and
it's amazing.
Beautiful.
And just the sheer passion and the love that he obviously has, and the reasoning behind building it fully discreet is that basically it's very difficult to do it any other way over there. Even the mod wheel, the mod wheels were they tried other manufacturers mod wheels. They didn't work. They just, okay, we have to make our own. They've made all their own stuff. I think their knobs look a bit familiar, but I mean, it's quite wonderful.
It does feel nice to work with as well. Like it feels well built.
And massive thanks to Grant Strang for inviting us to
Grant.
Silver Shark Studios, and we went with Andy Kay and Evan DB Gray, and we had.
Andy.
I wanted to see the synth, but it's a little bit slapdash. So that's why it's not going to be a synth of the month, because I wasn't quite ready for what we did. But I thought it was really nice to have a sort of in-depth little sort of prehistory of GS music with Guido.
Yeah, just to talk to him and the dedication. It reminded me of being at Super Booth, actually, getting to talk to someone who's just so passionate about what they're doing like that. It's really nice.
Yeah, and it was nice. And obviously, unfortunately, we did get a direct out for some of the playing, but not all of it. But you get the vibe. It's a lovely synth. It's sort of deceptive. It's very simple. People were saying it felt a bit Obi-ish. I actually think the obvious instant connection I made with it was that this feels like a Juno, just with the switched sub oscillators and the 24 dB filter and the single VCO per note, and it the way the filter was acting, I didn't have much time with it. It's the kind of thing that I really want to spend more time with. And it's got chorus and delay as well. I didn't check the chorus out properly. It's so small, so cute. It's so small and so cute, and it sounds lovely.
Most people in the chat were firing off about the all the discussion which we asked for comments on, which was great.
Right, sorry, yes.
So thank you everybody
and
for your
I'd
thoughts.
also like to apologise for putting that image of dystopian future.
Let's not go back there.
I'm sorry, even mentioning it, I've put it all back in your head. I'm so sorry.
Very visual thinker here.
But it's my attitude is it's good to be prepared for these kinds of situations.
Yeah, but forewarned is forearmed.
Forearms, yes.
Yes. Peter Coit said, I had to say it. It bears repeating. It's true. AI companies took all the music and writing without permission to train it with your data, and they're now renting it back without paying or crediting the writers.
They'll steal the real and sell you the fake. Bob Dobbs,
exactly.
1975, or whenever the Church of the Subgenius started. It's so true.
Follow the Slack.
We need Slack.
AD
My
Vision.
brothers and sisters.
There's some positivity here as well. So Caitlin L said, this is why I've been focusing on submitting tracks to community improv music events instead of hoping to get picked up by an algorithm. Excellent. The more human to human stuff. It's slow, but it's strong and it's worth more, and it feels good.
Ultimately more nourishing and good for you. Yeah. Real connections with real people.
That's a good little segue into Coastal Electronauts has tomorrow night. They're going to be sharing a video premiere of their International Drone Day concert, which happened last month. It's premiering at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night. I'll put the link in the chat for you guys. But
Excellent.
they have monthly meetups, and you know, if you just Google EMOM, there's bound to be one near you wherever you are. I met a guy at a networking event who was like doing electronic music. He started out on the Volcas, and he just had all the Volcas, and he's like, I really want to do stuff, but I haven't gone out. And I was like, have you heard of EMOMs? He's, no, a whole world to enjoy there. But I'll put the link in. Coastal Electronauts.
I'm thinking to get a Volca FM too, actually. I'm slightly running out of synths again. The no synth of the month this month, but you might be able to see something on the sofa behind.
Ooh, prizes for guesses.
Test, well, no prizes
No
actually,
prizes,
but
no
test your knowledge of synthesizers. Can you see what that is? Oh, it's easy.
It's so in the dark. Anyway, AD Vision said what we need is a new arts and crafts movement. I like that. And there's very much a trend to, I mean, I work in animation illustration, and there's a big push for handmade stuff, but there's an interesting distinction being drawn. I think it was Adam Neely who mentioned this, actually. The slop is for the proles. The expensive stuff is getting the hand-drawn, human-made treatment. So brands like Hermes and Porsche, they're using these incredibly expensive, artist-made, human-made ad campaigns. Coca-Cola, you get an AI ad. So there's a kind of a class division there as well.
I know we mentioned Adam Neely last time as well, because he's done another video because somebody's contacted him and said, are you aware that they're teaching AI music at Berkeley Music College, which is his alma mater, if that's how you pronounce that. So I'll cut over to Carl. There's Adam Neely.
There he is.
And it's really interesting. And one of the big takeaway messages, sorry, do you want me to go back there?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm going to put the link in the chat.
One of the big takeaway messages from that video is Berkeley College is a very expensive college, and you go there to learn how to become good at your craft. Surely, and the guy that runs Suno's basically said, music's not fun to make. People don't really like it. So we want to make it easy. We want to make it more fun. We'll make it more like a video game so you can actually enjoy it. Which Adam Neely quite rightly says, so cheap brand, Coca-Cola, AI generated video, Porsche, real hand-drawn animation. Okay, so there's the thing. There is a class divide happening here. We're slowly being separated.
Oh, you can bet as well. All those like customer support roles, you already know how hard it is to get hold of a human. Now it's AI agents, and it's people who can pay. Oh, you don't have a paid account? You don't get to speak to a human.
Yeah, but what Adam Neely quite rightly says is it's a message to Berkeley College of Music. You're kind of misbranding yourself, because you're supposed to be a center of excellence that is not cheap to go to. It's an expensive place, and people go there to be trained. You're associating yourself with the wrong side of the coin, so you're kind of flipping yourself over.
Yeah, there's so many
ways. Like a turtle in the desert.
Actually, it's reminded me at this networking event I went to for animation and stuff. A woman did a really great talk about the future, and she was like, when everything can be done so fast, someone said, we can edit this video in no time now with AI, it'll be all automated before long.
So is anyone actually going to look at it?
Yeah, but she said, in that world where everything can be automated and the struggle is taken out of things, what does it mean to be creative, and what is creativity? It is the struggle, it is the process. What makes art, she said, slop is the first idea. Art is the 100th idea, the 1,000th idea. It's where you arrive. It's the journey you take to arriving at your solution.
Yeah, it's a classic old thing about writing. Writing is not writing. Writing is rewriting. That's what you do. You rewrite and you rewrite and you rewrite. And everything you've ever read or seen that's been performed, that's been written by a human being, has been rewritten countless times, because it's about that. That's how that gets made. Whereas someone goes, do this, bang, it comes out. Is anyone going to rewrite that? They might do, to try and make it look a bit more like less shit, but
but it's they're not rewriting the idea, they're not rewriting the thinking behind it. They're going, there's the first thing that came into my head, the easiest, most obvious pat answer. And it's the struggle. And as well, I was thinking about how in the creative process there's always a bit where you look at what you've done and go, this is terrible, I have failed, I shouldn't even be making anything. What am I doing with myself? It happens with every creative project you give a damn about.
It's all part of the creative fun.
It's all part of the process, and being able to live in that space and evaluate what it needs and come up with something else, and that whole thing.
Yeah.
That's what's missing from AI art, and that's why we can tell as a species when we're looking at something or hearing something, it sounds a bit weak, a bit off. Because it's missing all of that.
It's surface.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We just finished a video for a song which is going to be not going to be a single, but it's going to be we're going to be releasing it.
It's out with the pre-orders of the album.
Out with it. But
next BOOcast.
We'll tell you all about that later.
Yeah.
But during the process of making this video, it was storyboarded. It was filmed. It was subsequently seen that things needed to be rearranged. Just changes were made. Extra bits were filmed.
Needed more film.
Other parts were made. A rough cut was made. Realized it wasn't flowing correctly at certain points, rearranged the cut, changed it all back to front, did some more filming, realized that the thing, basically it was a massively iterative process as looking at it, working out, is it doing what it needs to do, changing it, molding it, pushing forward. At one point, we very nearly needed to use AI for something. It doesn't matter, you don't need to know what it was, but it wasn't
a cleanup task.
It was a cleanup task.
Yeah. But we didn't.
It didn't work because the camera's moving and it couldn't work. So Bridget did it by hand.
Yeah.
And it works better. It works better.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things. It's like, if you prompt, and it's all about getting your prompts right. Yeah. Oh, let's try another prompt. Let's try another prompt. Let's try. Oh, I've used all my tokens up. Oh dear. But in real time, the real form of creativity is actually quite an exciting process as well. It might seem like this doesn't work.
Yeah.
The joy of sitting there with a mix of a track going, why is this not working? And then when you try things and then you suddenly realize, oh, it's this, and you do it, and it's just a joyous. That's one of my most happiest parts of the music. It's almost solving the problem is the exciting part, because you know what you want this thing to do. And frankly I'm not talented enough, or
we all feel like that in the creative process though.
But I'm also not really formulaic enough in the way I produce either, because I'm kind of stumbling around in the dark quite a bit, as you will see, because we're going to show you some video of us making the album. But it's part of the fun.
Yeah, it's part of what makes it good, for sure. I agree fully.
And it's not about end results.
No,
I mean, obviously end results happen, but when you become focused on end results, something happens to your soul. I think you become a drone. I think you become disconnected from the... If you're focused too much on the end results, even if you're working towards the end results, you can forget about the journey becomes meaningless, because the thing you make is the only thing you're caring about.
We've seen this before AI as well. We've all seen artists and musicians who are incredibly technically proficient, but sometimes there's something missing, and it's like, they've trained like athletes at this one skill, but maybe that journey isn't there. They're sort of repeating something that's been heard. I don't know.
Maybe their company's making them do the same song over and over again.
Well, they've been forced to learn this thing since they were children. Play Bach over and over and over again, and now that's all you do, and they do Bach. It really well. Bach. I did kind of went all. Oh, your accent was admired.
I really like. Oh, thank you. I really liked the thing that you told me about your meeting with the animation people, about the guy who put the line.
So there was a copywriter. I don't. No. Oh no, I don't.
Don't worry about it.
There was a copywriter speaking, and now copywriters' jobs are hugely under threat by AI. But he was not worried, because he said he gestured at the 3 logos of Gemini, Claude, and ChatGPT, which are all kind of vortices, sphinctery, and he said, these assholes can't tell a story. And when he said assholes, I was just, whoa, they're pictures of buttholes. I'd never noticed that before.
That's why the guy's a talented copywriter.
Yeah,
that's brilliant.
The clues in the logo, guys.
Nice.
They're putting it out there.
Nice. And they all look like vortices. Like plug holes. Off it goes.
Gary G suggested you send VHS tapes like Boards of Canada. Not a bad idea. I love it. It's physical. It's lovely. Can you believe the hype on those guys? Man, everyone's very excited about Boards of Canada.
I don't really want to talk about Boards of Canada because I think I'll probably upset everyone.
Caitlin L mentioned...
I loved Boards of Canada for a very long time.
You are going to.
And then suddenly, at some point... I don't know.
You're going to go there?
I think, no, I don't know. I just went, yeah. Yeah, I heard this album before.
I like Boards of Canada, but I...
Do you? No, you're the one that caused...
no, this is what I'm going to say. So
I
was... Once I stumbled over their name and I accidentally called them Blords of Blandada, and now they're called Blords of Blandada.
Nobody likes us anymore. Sorry, guys. Listen,
I do like
all the way up to... I mean, it was Music Has the Right to Children, all the EPs, Geogaddy, and whatever the one after Geogaddy was. But that's kind of when I stopped.
You know way more than I do about them.
Well, I've this is the thing I've really liked them, but I just found this sudden, massive, literally the internet completely swamped with overexcited middle-aged men.
Oh. There were probably some younger people as well.
I think it's when a part of me just suddenly went, oh, this is just really...
You have that though, whenever anybody, lots of people recommend something.
It's not that. Listen, Boards of Canada were on, was it Warp? Yeah. And I went through a period in the early to mid-90s, because basically I'm buying everything that's on Warp Records, because I loved everything that came out of Warp Records.
Good move.
And I think the first Boards of Canada album was 98, 97, something like that. Loved it. Had all the Ghost Box records as well. Hauntology was a big thing. And I think, I suddenly went, hold on, this is a patina. This is a layer of styling, which you can disagree with me if you like, but it felt a bit like this is just something people are doing to sound this way. It's like a Photoshop filter over your music. And I went, oh... But it's all about the filter, really. It's not really...
That's a really good analogy.
I mean, some of it's beautiful, and I still quite like it, but I literally can't listen to it at the moment. I haven't listened to Boards of Canada for about 3 years, because I just went... We had one night, and I put them on and played quite a little of them, and I suddenly went, you called them Blords of Blandada, and I suddenly realised...
They had Blords of Blandada.
You're right. If you hate us now, I'm sorry about that. But you should know that I bought all their stuff from the start.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not some. Yeah.
It's okay. You're allowed to arrive at
one
a
of these
opinion.
Johnny come latelys with their VHS tapes.
I think that kind of relates actually. Caitlin,
I'm going to be spreading photographs, by the way.
Yes, you mentioned.
That's what I'm going to do.
So Caitlin L mentioned costume bands are kind of on the rise. There was some talk about Angine de Poitrine.
Oh, right. Yes.
Angine de Poitrine. Excuse my French.
I love the drummer's nose.
Yeah,
I just love the drummer's nose.
It's great.
It's the best thing in the world.
Wagyu said, there's bands like Ghosts who had the masks on and stuff. And
well, we started off as Ghosts.
We did.
Have you seen that video? We were basically going to do some busking and just dressed as ghosts playing stuff on Casios.
Warsawa.
Yeah.
I'll put the link in.
Yeah,
afterwards.
put the link in.
And yeah, there is a bit of a rise. It's a way for people to stand out and get noticed.
I'm thinking of dressing up actually, because as I become older and older, I'm starting to despise my own visual identity more and more. I just don't like it.
Do you remember when we met our friend Jane, who did the costume for the Green Man? It was like a lobster creature. You could go quite abstract like that.
Dress as Cthulhu.
Or a triangle.
No, it's a Cthulhu with the big
with
thing and the big eyes. And I could just be
kind of relates to Seaview's Soft Rains.
I could change my name to Nameless Horror.
The Nameless Horror.
Indescribable Horror.
I love that phrase.
Just
Nameless Horror.
Just H.P. Lovecraft's inability to describe horror. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I'm very sorry.
I like Caitlin said, with the rise of slop, people are thirsty for microtones. That's the rise of Angine de Poitrine.
Yes, stuff that's out of tune. Funnily enough, I mean, in the process of making the album, which is coming out in a little while,
we will show.
It literally crossed my mind to not make things sound correct and not overly tune things too much, and to keep things. There is a real and
there are a few demo vocals in it.
Yeah, and you'll see this in the when you hear the album, and also we're gonna have a listening party. But it travels. It starts off quite thin and then it gets deep and rich, and then it ends up basically, it's such a nostalgic thing for me. A really simple drum machine, a really simple bass line, a really simple melody line and a vocal, which is kind of what I did when I was a teenager. And it's intentionally what's the word, underproduced in a way, and that was going through my head. It's going, I don't want to become, eaten by
I think it's been very carefully produced, but not
Can't wait to share it with you. Do you know, I really want to share it with you right now.
Frank Humphrey said some of my most enjoyable times are listening parties on Discord. I'd be interested to hear about that, because we're going to do one with Bandcamp.
How does that work?
I don't know, can we tie it? Maybe, I guess we have Discord open at the same time, but that's going to be, looking at the calendar, the 7th of August, Friday the 7th of August, which will also be a Bandcamp Friday. Good time to buy the album.
It's the 1st of June.
I know.
It's the 1st of June. What happened to the year?
Wagyu, one more thing I want to mention is a good solution. Wagyu mentioned he was at a gig and the band had QR codes where you could download some music. And that's a really good way for musicians to connect with, because, when you download the music, you have to enter your email address usually. So that's a good idea.
I mean, we used to do that. We used to hand out some free Bandcamp download stickers and things, but they normally just get left behind.
Well, we're going to play some gigs soon, so maybe we can arrange all of that. Speaking of Discord, we have a Discord. Come check it out. It's tinyurl.com/BooDiscord. Look at that. Someone's sending us a hug because we've just released an EP for the boosters.
EP number 17.
So when you subscribe and become a booster, which is like, I don't know, a few quid a month, you get 10% off merch, all this stuff. And all of these EPs of unreleased tracks. Oh my God, look at all that.
The new one's called She Glows. It's quite odd.
Exclusive cover.
So we're getting into stuff that didn't quite make it to the album that we haven't released yet. So, enjoy.
And we have to thank our boosters who have subscribed to us for more than 6 months, because they earned the coveted Boo Peter badge, which we are both proudly wearing today.
There you go. Sorry, I snorted a little bit like a little pig there.
Oh,
sorry.
How cute.
There you go. That's my badge. Can't make it go straight. Come on.
So we have no new
That's good.
additions to the scroll this month.
It's
a very venerable place. So
is it the same one as last month?
It's the same one as last month. So
is it running at the same speed as last month?
Oh God, it will be.
Come on,
I didn't fix it. Okay.
Go. Here we go.
Deep breaths, everybody. Here we go. Put us in the corner so people know that we're not passing out.
Okay, up there. The Boo, and that's the badge you get. I mean, look at it. It's glorious, isn't it? Wow. It's lovely. I'm going to we always get copyright struck for this.
Thank you to the booster badge holders, and we honour you on the Scroll of Honour. Andy Kubachevsky, thank you.
Lovely to see you the other day.
Remember, it's fast.
Stefan Larsson, Ian J. Cole, James Newcomb, Craig Williams, Warren Harrison,
Jeff Terranova, Sean Parsons, Paul Mouchline, Adam Embry,
Jeff Porter, Andrew Van, Ian Heath, Paul Hartness, George Scheffner, John Grimshaw, Pascal Aubrey, Technomatic, David Heel,
Andrew Wolford, Nick Haig, Gary Goldfinch, Ed Francie, Andy Mayer, Rob Sloan, Ian Pass, Wagyu, Simon Goldwyn.
What? Neil Walton, Andrew Loveland, Gemma,
Michael Karka, No Levels Plus, Andrew Brooks, Andy Bequeath, Adrian Wright, Jan Gronin, Rich Kewell, Evan D.B. Gray, Julian Edge, Sackler, Christopher Miller, Izzy Monkey, Red Glider,
Tony Peck, Steve Webb, Chris Mitchell, Peter Della, Jeffrey Collins, Gary and Paula, Phil Dunbar, Peter Coy, Dots, Ben, Jerry, Benson, Brad Robinson, Michael Bridge. Is that
William Power and Richie Fulks? We salute you,
Fuchs.
Richie Fulks, please, we want to send you your badge, but we don't have your address.
Yes, send us your address.
Yeah, reply to the email. batteryoperated.orchestra@gmail.com and we'll get you your badge.
Yeah. So, they're good badges. They're worth having. And, they're not for sale. We did sell them initially, but then I thought, no, that's
these
not
are
right.
special.
These have to be specially
earned, not bought. Sorry about that. I really need to fix that so we can breathe. I know it stresses you out, Stefan. Sorry about that.
I like it.
That's a bit of excitement.
A little bit of exercise in the evening. It's good for you.
We've shared Coastal Electronauts. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to mention the dates for you guys to remember about all the exciting stuff.
Anything I can cut to?
No, it's all right.
Okay.
So next July, the 3rd is...
Next July.
This July.
Next July might be 2027.
Yeah. This July, the 3rd, the first Monday of the month, we're having BOOcast 45, and we're going to be premiering a brand new music video, which we are just putting the finishing touches on.
That's the 6th of July. It says up there.
Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry.
So
the BOOcast is...
July the 3rd. We're putting we're doing pre-orders this time.
The pre-orders go live on the 3rd, which is the Friday.
Are we pre-ordering? Pre-orders open to boosters first, right? No.
Yes. So how it works is boosters get everything a week early. So they're going to get this new song a week early. Pre-orders, we can't control that going to boosters first. So pre-orders go live when they go live, and everybody has access. So it's just get in there, basically.
We'll just make sure we've got enough.
However, the boosters will get a digital download of the album a week before everybody else gets
and that's going to be a 24...
regardless of whether they bought it or not.
Yeah, that's going to be a 24-bit, 48 kilohertz, straight off the drive.
And it's very important that the boosters get it first because we want to hear what you think and we want to share it on the album launch show, which is going to be the August BOOcast.
August the 3rd.
Yes.
So that's BOOcast number 46. Is this 44?
Yes.
Okay, we've got 2 BOOcasts to go.
So basically, next BOOcast, new music video, album pre-orders will be live.
Okay.
BOOcast after that, album is out.
And hopefully by then we'll be able to give you some dates for when we're going to be playing. We've got a couple of potential gigs coming up. We're just going to have to get our fingers out and sort that out. But we'll be telling you all that stuff. But yeah, there's a lot happening.
There's a lot happening. We're very excited, and we've been working ourselves so hard. We're a little bit run down at the moment. You're so under the weather.
I hate to say I'm not feeling well.
But
that's probably why I hallucinated that horrific dystopic.
Yeah, you went. Yeah, deep
I went there.
It was fever brain, wasn't it?
I went there. But
we're going to close out the show with something really positive and fun.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes.
You chose this.
Yes.
Yes. This is a bit of silly, really early.
This is the second video we ever made. I think it's the second. No, third. If you count the dressed up as ghosts doing Warszawa. But anyway, listen, thank you guys. And thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for putting up with my awful rantings. And thank you for staying on top of everything. And keep the flame of hope alive.
Yes.
What am I talking about? Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for your wonderful, thoughtful and insightful contributions to the show, because I think part of going through this massive change in the environment, we need to talk to each other and talk to other people about it, because you're right, a lot of people aren't even aware. And it's good to talk about it.
Quite heartening to see that it's becoming more and more talked about. I think we started talking about this 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Now it's basically everywhere, which is great.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. Anyway, look.
Can't wait to share the new video with you on the next BOOcast. So save the date, July 3rd.
It
this
is good.
July.
It's good. It's it's a funny album because it's a hell of a lot more personal, a hell of a lot more emotional, a hell of a lot more connected directly to our own personal lives and the lives of our close friends and family. It's like a hugely personal album. It's really
it's quite
different.
It does feel different. Yeah, I'll be really interested to see what people think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry, I went off there.
That's all right.
We love you.
We love you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Yes.
And we look forward to seeing you next month. And here is a fun song from the past.
Bye.
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 And next on London Weekend this afternoon.
It'll never